Trinidad and Tobago celebrates 70 years of adult suffrage. At the Parliament today, there was an exhibition that took visitors back in time, displaying the history surrounding this monumental occasion. What made the day extra special was hearing from people who actually lived through this historic experience. Janine Brown reports.
By just looking at them, it's hard to tell that these two women lived through such historic times. One 100 years old, the other closely following at 93, both bear the same first name, Margaret. But more importantly, they have one thing in common. Their names have been written into the country's history. They were among the first female voters to cast their ballots when Trinidad and Tobago was granted adult suffrage in 1946. 70 years later, at a ceremony at Parliament where they were honoured, the women had a wealth of stories to share. 93-year-old Margaret Nicholas, who voted in Parliament during the county council elections, recalled the environment back then, as she said only society's elite were allowed to participate in the voting process. She said when 1946 rolled around and barriers had been broken down, there was excitement but also a sense of fear.
I was a bit scared because we didn't know nothing about voting. You know, it was scared. But when they told us it's only an X to make, and the second time that I went and voted, I was not scared again.
Asked if she continued practicing her right to vote over the years, Ms. Nicholas quickly said a resounding yes and stressed she intends to be back at the polls come November 28th.
Yes, because the local government is what we need. The local government we need.
Centenarian Margaret Rivers cast her first vote in Santa Cruz during the Legislative Council election. Though she couldn't recall much of the details of her first voting experience, she noted that the political environment back then, compared to now, is completely different. But she said whether you like it or not doesn't matter. You've got to adjust your sails as time progresses.
What we could do, whether you like it or not, sweetheart, we can't do nothing. We have to leave everything in the hands of the Almighty God.
Ms. Rivers said she was pleased to be honored after all these years. As she said, though she'd made it to the Red House many times, she never thought she'd see the day she would make it to the Parliament.
I feel happy. I wasn't expecting to come in here.
And of course, when you are surrounded by the elderly, expect words of wisdom. When asked her secret to long life, Ms. Rivers did not hold back. Her advice: don't sweat the small stuff.
Let it come through one head and go to the other one. Don't like stop in the head. Because by stopping in the head, what is it doing for you? Stress is the worst sickness that I have. No, you make yourself happy, sweetheart. After the Almighty God, nobody can make you happy.
Words each man ought to live by. Janine Brown, C News.